shit, yeah, they bread stank. Walk up in the club, dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an...
What's going on, fight fans? It's another great day when you love MMA. Welcome back to Matty Fight Talk. So UFC 280 has finally been announced. I know it's a little bit ways out. It's going down October 22nd at Fight Island in Abu Dhabi, but it has a headliner like no other. Charles "Dubronx" Oliveira will face Islam Makhachev. It's official. It's on paper. These guys are going to be the headlining fight on that fight card. I had to make a video right when I found out about this because I'm super excited. Look, Charles Oliveira has been doing nothing but serious work in the lightweight division, in the extremely stacked lightweight division. And I got to give Islam Makhachev credit where credit's due. He's on a 10-fight win streak in one of the toughest divisions in the UFC. So props to him as well. Both of these dudes, extremely talented fighters, extremely gifted, and they're both finishers. They both get the job done in there. And Islam, he has a very dominating presence when he's in the octagon. He's a lot like his training partner Khabib. He presents the same style. They train down at AKA with Daniel Cormier, all those guys. So he's coming from a really good fight camp with really good people in his corner. A lot of the guys who train with these guys are highly successful in the UFC and other organizations that they fight in. Now, Charles Oliveira, training out of Shootbox in Brazil. This dude's a fucking hammer. One of the most underrated fighters / champions to ever do it. Yeah, the guy was, hit or miss back in the day, but this guy's an absolute monster right now. Now, Charles Oliveira's 33-8, 9 KOs, 21 submissions. Last fought against Justin Gaethje May 7th at UFC 274, where, in my eyes, he defended his belt. Look, the guy came in a half-pound overweight. The UFC strips him. I get it. You guys got rules, but come on, bro. That's some bullshit. We all know that that man's the real champion. So whether they like it or not, that's how I look at it. Islam Makhachev, 10-fight win streak. Last fought Bobby Green February 26th in the main event of that fight. He was supposed to be taking on Beneil Dariush, who had to pull out of the fight due to injury, I believe. Bobby Green stepped in on like 2-week notice. So although Bobby is an extremely dangerous fighter, I felt like he was heavily unprepared for a guy like Islam Makhachev. I mean, hat off to you, bro, because that's a tough-ass fight to come in on 2-week notice. So that takes some balls. But realistically, from a professional standpoint and just a fight fan standpoint, you're not going to win a fight against a guy who's that high level, not training for him really at all. I mean, I believe 2 weeks, you got time to make the weight, and that's about it. So Islam got lucky in my eyes because he didn't really have to face a guy who was well prepared for him as an easy win. Obviously, after he wins that fight, he's on a 10-fight win streak now, so he called for the title, which ended up working out in his favor. So props to him on that. Now, Charles Oliveira, on the other hand, this dude has been taking out top-tier talent from the time he came into the UFC. This dude has beat four fighters in the top 15, all right? 3 of those fighters are in the top 5. Now, Islam Makhachev, on the other hand, has only fought 1 fighter in the top 10. He beat him in a 3-round decision. That's Arman Sakorian, I believe his name is. Sakorian, something like that. I might be butchering it. Regardless, the dude's a badass, so he's not an easy guy to finish either. But I'm just saying, 1 guy in the top 10 hasn't faced anybody in the top 5. Beneil would have been his first top 10, top 5 challenge, because I don't even think Arman was ranked back when he fought him. In my eyes, personally, I don't believe Islam deserves a title shot. I really don't. I don't think he's faced anybody that's really, really good. Arman is really good, but he caught Sakorian when he was coming into the UFC. They were both fairly new into the game. So he got lucky with that fight, to be completely honest, because that dude's going to be a problem later on down the road. Islam does have some pretty notable wins against guys like Dan Hooker, Drew Dober, Gleason Tebow. He's fought a lot of tough guys. I mean, I'm not saying he's just had an easy road, but I believe his road was a lot easier than a guy like Charles Oliveira. And let's be real here. Every fucking fight that this guy has had, he's been getting thrown to the side like he's not even good. Like this guy doesn't have a skill set. This dude has 21 submissions and 9 KOs. 21 submissions, though. Islam's got 4 KOs and 10 submissions. So this dude's got more, Oliveira's got more submission finishes than Makhachev's even finished fights. In my eyes, I don't see Islam as like the top contender. I mean, he's on a 10-fight win streak, but really, who has he beat? I personally would have rather have seen Michael Chandler get a rematch against Charles rather than Islam just getting a freebie. I mean, I get it. You promoted yourself. You did a good job, and you're a good fighter. And I think it's because Dana is so close with Khabib. He's like, why not give this guy a chance? You know, he is dominant. He has done a lot of work in the division. He hasn't faced anybody in the top 5, but why not? Who cares? It's, you know, and this is what's crazy to me. Islam is not one of those guys who's just going to be selling out pay-per-views. He doesn't really talk much. He's very quiet. You know what I mean? He hasn't fought anybody. Nobody really knows any highlights from him. You got to go search for this shit. I'm just speaking from people who aren't very familiar with the UFC who haven't been watching for a long time. Everybody's big fans of like Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Tony Ferguson, guys like who've been in the game for a while. And Charles is taking all these guys out. So in my eyes, yeah, I just don't see this going well for Islam Makhachev. I think this is bad timing for him. I think he should take a guy who's in the top 5 to really see where he's at rather than throwing him to the wolves. Because I think that Charles Oliveira, and call me crazy, is on a different level than Islam Makhachev is. Look, Charles has had no easy fights in like the last 5 fights, all right? He's taken on all top-tier talent, guys like Kevin Lee, Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. He's fought them all right? Islam has beaten Bobby Green. He's beaten Dan Hooker, who moved up to 155 from 145, so he's really fighting a featherweight. I don't even know who he's beat before that. I mean, look, I'm not trying to throw this guy under the bus. I just don't think that what's he going to do? Wrestle against Oliveira? Oliveira is going to submit this dude. He's definitely not going to beat Charles in a stand-up fight. I get it. His fight camp saying this is a big dude. He's very strong. He's extremely strong. He's very big. That's great. You're going against one of the most technically sound strikers and submission artists in the game. Call me a Charles Oliveira dick rider, but all you Islam Makhachev dick riders need to be real right now. This dude hasn't fought anybody, and he's going to get tuned up in his hometown. Everybody's been doubting Oliveira, and Oliveira's been doing nothing but shutting these fools up, and I think he's going to continue to do that. And I just believe he's going to go in there and he's going to get his belt back. I think this is actually probably one of the easier fights, as crazy as that sounds. What is Islam going to really do? He's going to go in there, he's going to throw maybe a few strikes, and he's going to shoot for a takedown. There is no way he is standing up with Charles Oliveira. And if he does, Oliveira is going to piece his ass up. I promise you that. So when these dudes finally fight, I got Charles Oliveira winning this fight. I think it's going to be a second. Dude, yeah, I'm going to go second round submission. I really don't think that they're going to stand up much because I think Islam knows that he has no chance. I just don't see him knocking out Oliveira. I don't see him even hurting Oliveira standing up because I really believe Oliveira's striking is way higher level than Islam's. Now, Islam is a really good wrestler. He could pin Oliveira down. I just don't think it's going to happen. I really don't, because he fights a lot of guys who, when he gets them down, they don't do shit. Other than Sikorian, they really don't do anything when they get to the ground. They let this guy completely dominate and do what he wants. You're going against a guy who's very good, black belt in jiu-jitsu, and has the most submissions in the game. So this is not going to be an easy fight for Makhachev. Regardless, I'm fucking hyped, and I can't wait to see these guys throw down. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Haters talking shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club, dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an